What's up guys, this is Alex bringing you the Gravelord achievement for 40 gamer score for Halo 5 Guardians. For this achievement you must collect all the skulls in the game, and I will show you how to do that. So please enjoy. The first skull is on the first mission of the game, Osiris. This is pretty close to the beginning. You go through, let's see, you smash through a wall, go through like this big area of rocks, then you get to this big door right here which takes you into a Forerunner something. Don't really know what it is, it's just like a big building. After you take out all the enemies, there's a ledge to the left side. Well, let me get this guy first. There we go. I think we got them all. There's a ledge right here, you just gotta double jump. Well, it's not right double jump, you press A and like you ledge grab, I guess. You run over here and then there's like a mini waterfall. And here's the I would have been your daddy's skull for I don't know how many G's, probably 10. And I'm on mission 2 looking for the second skull in the game. So when you're in this big room, you'll see some pipes up here. The room should look familiar, it's where you gotta press the button to open up the doors to the hangar. So before you go over there, go to the left up the ramp, onto these pipes, up here. You gotta smash through this vent. And then actually there's some guns in here by the way, which might come in handy. But the skull's over here in the corner. And I believe that's the black guy skull, I think. It is the Mission 3 skull for Halo 5 Guardians. This is the Iron Skull, and to get this skull, you must be playing in Legendary and survive this far with the tank, and then shoot down a Phantom. So Legendary is the main requirement, Tank's the next one, and Phantom, you have to either way. So the first one you see will be over this building. It'll be a larger one. This one right here, that's not the one you want. That's your marker. The one you want could be flying behind it to the left, which is right there. Now, if you don't shoot it down, you miss. If you noticed, right when this video started, there was a checkpoint underneath that archway. So if you miss the ship and it gets away, just go back to the last checkpoint and you'll spawn right here. Which means you can do this as many times as needed because you spawn right there and you can just do it over and over. So go ahead and revert back to the checkpoint. If you got it on the first try, good job for you because I did not. So go back there, you see our ship again. This time we have an idea where the second one's flying, and I think I hit it right here. Yep, I hit it right there. You hear the grunt birthday party, yay! That means you took the ship out and the skull has spawned. Now this skull can spawn in 3 different places. The first place I'm going to show you is where it spawned in my first try in this, which is over here between these 2 barrels. So hop out of the tank, turn around, run towards the light, and then go over here to find your skull between the 2 barrels. Now if this is not the case and doesn't spawn there, there's 2 other locations we must check. So here we are, we just say we blew the ship up again, we're in the tank, we're going to hop out, and we're going to run down the hill. This next one's a little bit farther away than that one. You gotta run down here, there's a little facility to our left, and it'll be on top of that, way in the back behind a lot of stuff. So if you see where that fire is at, that's where we're going. And I told them I don't want the Warthog to follow me down here. So I told them to stay there. Jump over here, run up the stairs, go on top of these crates, and your next skull spawns behind this yellow barrel. That's your second location if it's not in the first or the third. I check them in this order though. And finally, our last location is, I'd say, really far away, depending on where you're at. If you're right here, obviously, it's really far away. Luckily, there's a Warthog here, and this helped me get there a lot faster than running all the way there. So go ahead and drive the Warthog down here. There's that first little cave, and then the skull we want is in the second little cave. Not really a cave, it's like an archway. I thought it was here, and I'm like, nah, that's not right. It's actually over here behind these 2 crates. So if it does spawn here, you're going to hop out and just push these crates out of the way so you can see it. Push them both, there we go. And then the skull will spawn right there, if it's not in there too. And that's it. Skull on Mission 5. As soon as you work your way into the mine, hop up on these boxes, jump up here to the ceiling, and your skull is over here. Right there. It's literally right there when you walk in the door. The Mission 6 skull. Now this skull, you have to shoot 5 traffic cones under 2 minutes, and then the skull spawns at the very end of this mission. So as soon as you spawn, go ahead and grab the gun goose and just book it. So go straight down here, take a left, and the first traffic cone will be directly in front of you. Make sure you don't miss. When you hear the Grunt birthday party explosion and see confetti, that's how you knew you blew it up. So you got 2 minutes to do this, so you gotta move pretty quickly. That's the first one. Second one's down this hill and by the tunnel you go through. It's on a... It's not, actually, no, it's on the ground. It's by the tunnel. That tunnel over there to our right. Make sure you try to land this because it wastes a lot of time to get back on the gun goose. Try to keep going. So when you get up here, look to your right, and there's a cone right there. I got it on the first, actually the very first shot that hit it got it, which was nice. Our next one, number 3, goes straight across the bridge, and it's behind the blown up warthog. So run over these crawlers, look to your right, and it's right there, number 3. You actually have to look at it, you can't just shoot around it. That was number 3. And number 4, this warthog just blatantly drives into me. Number 4 is up here behind this big driller. I believe it's a driller. Go to the right, go to the left, and it's up there next to that yellow thing. We got one more to go, and it's only been about, oh, I don't know, a minute and 30 seconds. No, about a minute and 45 seconds, I guess. Take a left, and under this crashed ship is your last cone that you need to destroy. And that wasn't too bad at all. So just go up here and finish the rest of the mission. And then, once you get to the end, which is right here, there's going to be some Prometheans around here. Don't really worry about those. Just go ahead and keep running. You'll see stuff blowing up. And then you'll see the Guardian. Well, one of the Guardians, right? So you'll get a big explosion, you'll get shut down, and you get back up. And the skull should be laying right in front of you. You might be able to see it from here. I think it's right there. Yep, there it is. Go ahead and pick that up. And now you have the skull for this mission. Bringing you the Mission 7 skulls for Halo 5 Guardians. The first skull you find will be, see that big ship back there? Well, go to the right of the ship and then go right here. If you want to grab the intel, you can. And there's a cave behind the intel. Now when you get to the end of this cave, there's going to be a grunt sitting on a ledge singing and playing with the skull that you want. Now, this is actually a little bit different than I thought it would be. I grabbed the sword just because I wanted it. But when you go up to the grunt, you're not actually supposed to punch him. You actually have to use the action button and actually kick him off. So once you kick him, you think, oh, the skull's gone. But nope, nope, there it is right there. So that is the first skull you want to grab. And there's actually one more in this mission. So after you grab this one, the next one's almost, actually, it's actually the very end of the mission. So you go through this big door, you'll see the Guardian over there. Don't go there yet, because you don't need to be over there yet. Actually, that's not the Guardian, it's just a big Forerunner structure. Don't go over there yet. Go to the right and run up this hill, cross a bridge, go up a ramp, and you'll find your next skull. So to run over here. Here's our, I guess not a bridge, but it's like a little bridge. This is the ramp, and then the skull is right over here. And that's both skulls. You need the skull on mission 8. When you go through this big archway, you're to see a Banshee crash, and then you want to climb up these pillars. Now the skull is way over there on the other platform. So you want to run back, jump forward, sprint, zoom in, and then thruster forward and grab the ledge. And then the skull's right here. And that's it. Bringing you the skull in mission 10 for Halo 5 Guardians, as you just read. So this skull is inside the hangar on top of this Kraken. Well, it's inside of this Kraken, not on top of it. You gotta land on top of this thing, jump out of your Promethean ship, and work your way down to the hangar. So I believe the hangar is like 2 floors down or something. Just keep running, keep taking lefts, and you will find your way to the hangar, which is right here. Go ahead and hop in the Banshee, either one's fine. Fly out the door and just turn right around, you're not gonna go anywhere. Fly back into the hangar, take a right, and your skull is actually up here, surprisingly. And there it is right there. That's what we came here for. And that's all you have to do. This one's actually pretty simple. It's bringing you the Mission 12 skull. So right after you meet up with the Arbiter, run through the doorway, and work your way all the way down to the end of this till you cannot run any farther. So keep running, you'll pass underneath this half an arch thing. Now you're going to want to look off the map where this piece of metal's broken off. Jump down, turn around, and your skull is right here just waiting for you to pick it up. And that's all you have to do. Bring you the Mission 13 skull for Halo 5 Guardians. This skull, you're going to cross this light bridge, which Executor, or whoever that Oracle is, they're going to start the bridge for you. You're going to cross the bridge and you're come over here. Go ahead and take all the stuff out. You don't want really shooting at you or getting in the way while you're trying to climb. Take out the warden, take out the 2 turrets. There's a couple guys. There might be a knight. Well, I don't remember. I think there may have been, maybe not. So after you take all that stuff out, you're going to want to drive over there to the middle. Or you can just jump out now, but I drove over here to the middle. Drive over here, and then our skull is on top of that big mound of rocks to my right. That big mound right there that I'm looking at. That is where it's at. So sprint over here, go around the corner. You could climb up that side, but I think this side's a little bit easier. Jump over here, climb up that. Go to this corner, climb up this. Might take 2 tries. And then here we are, our skull is right here on the edge. And that is all you have to do. Bringing you the Mission 14 skull for Halo 5 Guardians. This skull is later in the mission. You're to come to this part and see those 2 shields. As soon as you see those shields, that means you're really close to the skull and to an intel because they're pretty much in the same place. Go ahead and take these enemies out because they could hurt you or try to assassinate you while trying to grab things between the intel and the skull. There's a chance they could kill you. So the intel's right here if you want to know. It's right here in the middle, out in the open. Not what we're here for though. I grabbed it, but we're thinking, wait, where's the skull at? Well, the skull is actually in the same place on the other side of the wall, a little farther back. So I went ahead and took these guys out. There's only a couple left, a couple watchers, a couple guys up top. I'm using the suppressor because I don't really have any ammo and I don't want to use the cannon. Can't think of the name right now. The cannon's not what it used to be. It used to shoot like 1 big burst, now it's down to like 3. But the skull is back here behind that wall. And that is all you have to do. Just run back there and grab it. Bringing you the final skull in Mission 15 of Halo 5 Guardians. So as soon as you get to this part of the game, where you're looking at the big ball holding blue team, go to the right, I'd find a ghost, makes it a lot easier. Go to the right, climb up this ramp. You're going to go for that down pelican over there. There's also an intel here, if you didn't know that. There's an intel I'm passing up right now. But we need the skull. So hop on this ledge, run across, and then thrust it to the right. And the skull will be right below you, as you can see. So this is the final skull in the game, which we're going to pick up right now. And that gives us 1 for 1 on this mission, which means we have every single skull in the game because we did them in all the other levels. And that also means we'll get the achievement, I believe it's called the Gravelord, here it is, for 40 gamer score because we found all the skulls. And that's all you have to do. So thanks for watching guys, please sub and like, and check out the other videos.